Hey guys, welcome back. In this class, we're modeling this garbage can. As promised, it's simple, quick, and yes, surprisingly satisfying for something meant to hold trash. Let's jump in. Head to the top view, hold Shift, and right-click on the surface so the 3D cursor snaps to the floor. That's our starting point, clean and precise. Press Shift-A and add a circle. Back to top view, press S to scale it up. Maybe a little too big? Yeah, that's better. You want something that looks like a garbage can, not a swimming pool. Let's move it roughly into position. Something like this should do. And this stone? Yeah, it's photobombing. Move it out of the way for now. All right, we're good. Enter local view so we can focus on the circle alone. Hit Tab for edit mode and F to fill it with a face. Nice and solid. Now, extrude it up a bit for the base, not too tall. We're not making a podium. Press I to inset slightly, then extrude downward. Perfect. Delete that top face, no one's gonna see inside anyway. Select the edge loop, press Shift-D to duplicate, then P, separate by selection. And boom, we've got our edge loop ready. Group this and the base into a new collection called Garbage Can. Keep it organized. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Now, same for the lamppost. Select it, move it to its own collection. We're not savages, we label things. All right, back to our star of the show, the garbage can. Select the edge loop, go into edit mode, select everything, and F to fill it with a face. Front view, press E to extrude up. Don't go above the seat level. This is a garbage can, not a high rise. Add an edge loop here and another there. Perfect. The base has more thickness than the top, so scale it slightly. That's how you make it feel grounded. Select the edge loop, extrude once more, and we've got the height locked in. Now select both meshes, hit slash for local view. Just the can, no distractions. Select the top face and press I to inset. Looking good. Maybe scale it a bit for that nice rim. E to extrude downward along Z. G and Z to fine tune it. Yeah, right there. That's our base. Time to add definition. Select the edge loop, then another with Alt. Shift select the next one, and you've got the full ring. If you prefer face select mode, go for it. I'm sticking with vertex mode, classic. Shift-D to duplicate, P to separate by selection. Select the new object. It's looking a bit short, so G and Z, bring it down slightly. Control-A, apply rotation and scale. Add a solidify modifier, turn on even thickness, and set offset to 1. Bump the thickness to around 0.2. From afar, not bad at all. Now for the fun part, the design detail around the edge. Go to edit mode. Select the entire face as seen. Go to select and then checker deselect. Alt-E, extrude individual faces and push it inward slightly. Don't go too far, we're not trying to implode it. If you like how it looks, good. If not, extrude again, just a little. Time to add edge loops between these panels. Control-R in vertex mode. Yep, this part's repetitive. If you know a faster way, drop it in the comments. I'd love to steal it. Once that's done, we'll shape it up properly. Go into wireframe mode, Shift-Z. Box select the lower section and move it up. We're adjusting the spacing so it doesn't peak above the seat level. There? That's more like it. Back in local view, select the ring, S then Z to stretch it up slightly. Don't forget to select the full loop. Scaling one side is how you end up crying later. Let's reduce the height of the overall object slightly. Select the edge loops we created between those earlier selected faces. This is another repetitive, tedious task. Is there a faster way to select these edges? Let me know in the comments. Now that it's all selected, scale it in the Z-axis. Exit local mode. The can looks a bit too straight. Let's give it a slight V-taper so it feels more natural. Select all 3 meshes, front view, Shift-Z for wireframe, edit mode, and scale the lower section slightly. Do the same for the base. Perfect, subtle but noticeable. Now let's clean it up with modifiers. Add a bevel. Segments 4, amount 0.03. Smooth edges make happy models. Then a subdivision surface. Right-click, shade smooth. Add another bevel for that crispy edge. Segments 4, amount 0.1. We might need to scale the whole object down later, but for now, it's looking sweet. Right-click, shade auto smooth. In shading, enable auto smooth normals. Nice. Crisp, clean, and ready for close-ups. Now duplicate this piece. I want a slightly different proportion. Shift D, G, and Z to move it. Scale on Z. It's scaling from the bottom, so set origin geometry, then scale again. Align the top edge with the base, leaving a little gap in between. Ah, that's the vibe. Next, the cover. Select the rim, hit for local view. Alt-click the top loop, Shift D to duplicate, P separate by selection. Select the new one, remove the modifiers. Scale it out a bit so it sits just outside the can. Front view, extrude the loop downward slightly to create the lip of the cover. Move the top up slightly, F to fill it with a face. And there's our lid, simple but elegant, like a garbage can at a 5-star hotel. Let's refine it. Scale outward slightly, S, Shift Z so it doesn't stretch vertically. Inset I, then extrude down E, scale it a bit S, and move G plus Z. We're eyeballing it, it's art, not math. Make it slightly smaller, pull inward. Yep, that's it. Add an edge loop. Select the face loop at the bottom. Duplicate and right-click to leave it in position. P separate by selection. Extrude it for thickness, scale it slightly. Add subsurf and bevel. Bevel above subsurf, segments 4, amount 0.005. Smooth and subtle. Right-click, shade smooth. Let's polish the top edge. Control B to bevel. If it behaves weirdly, apply rotation and scale. Blender's mood swings, you know? Shade smooth. Solidify modifier to give it thickness. Even thickness on. Keep it mostly inside. If it feels heavy, add an edge loop to sharpen that rim. Now let's give it a handle. Select the top face, Shift S, cursor to selected. Shift A, plane. Top view, scale it down to a nice rectangle. S, X to stretch it out. Add a couple of loop cuts to round the shape and Control B to bevel. If it's too tall, scale it down a bit. Apply rotation and scale, Control A. Add solidify. Set offset 1 so it sits above the surface. Even thickness on and maybe a light bevel. Bevel the edges, Control B, to give it that roundness we love. If you spot artifacts, reduce offset slightly. Go out of the local view, move the object upwards so that the handle is sitting on the cover. Shade smooth and apply solidify. Go to the top view, select one face on the handle. Shift S, cursor to selected. Shift A, add in a circle. Change vertices to 8. Scale it down until it looks like the right size for a nut. Extrude upward. Add bevel to the handle. Make a duplicate of the nut and move it to the opposite side. I do this by snapping the cursor to the second face of the handle. Select the duplicated nut and snap it to the cursor. Add bevel to the nuts. Add some edge loops and scale on the Y-axis. And that's it. See you in the next class.